More than 1.6 million New Yorkers are set to lose some unemployment benefits this weekend. On September 5th, several federally funded programs that had expanded those benefits during the pandemic will expire. So Allie Peters spoke with an economics professor to find out more about the impact this might have on our economy. She joins us now live from the newsroom. Allie, what can you tell us?
Adam, in just a matter of days, the extra $300 weekly unemployment bonus is set to expire, along with many other programs. This additional money has helped support many families during this pandemic. So now what will happen when it all goes away? I spoke to a local expert to find out. As the pandemic led to millions of Americans losing their jobs, a series of unemployment benefits were rolled out to help.
Is that they've managed to prevent very large numbers of Americans at the lower end of the income distribution from becoming absolutely destitute. They're now able to pay rent. They're now able to provide some modicum of support.
But this weekend, those benefits are expected to expire, and millions of Americans will stop receiving an extra $300 a week.
People who were spending money are going to be spending even less. And because they're spending even less, that's going to have a negative impact on the economy, because some part of the economy is driven by consumer spending. And if consumers simply don't spend as much as before, then that acts as a damper.
Over the past year, many have criticized the federal aid, saying it kept people from returning to work. But roughly 24 states have already opted out of the benefits and haven't seen much of a change.
Yes, you have seen a slight uptick in employment, but that uptick is very small.
So the big question is, why aren't people returning to work? Experts say COVID-19 plays a role, along with having to find childcare. But they also say people are looking to jobs with more stability.
What the number of federal programs that have provided this unemployment insurance have done is expand the choice set of workers, particularly those at the lower end of the spectrum. They don't have to run and accept the first job that's minimum wage.
President Joe Biden says he does not expect to extend the federal benefits any longer, but he encouraged states with high unemployment rates to continue some of the aid with federal stimulus dollars. It's not clear if New York State will be doing that. Live in the studio, Allie Peters, News 8.
All right, Allie, thank you. Experts say there's some hope as the national unemployment rate continues to fall. Last month, the rate was 5.2%. In New York, it's 7.6%.